Hi everyone, just got a few things left of my kit, some cutter parts. This is the ephemera pack, just bits and pieces. This is all I've got of the paper. The alphas, not very much of them. Went through the whole sticker sheet and there's lots of these alphas, and I went through a bit but not very much of that sticker book. Stamps obviously will go in my kit, the bling will go in my kit, these cutter parts will go in my Project Life. There's not really much paper I could use, and the alphas will go in my kit. This is the first layout. Used all the blue pieces, the frames, some stickers, used the mist in the back. It was the indigo, which is a bit purpley, but it went on nice and bluely. Went on light blue. This one I used the sketch from the Kitaholic Kits member forum, and the sketch was pretty cool. I had these two borders, the strips and these papers, and some ephemera, some strings, so on it goes. This is a 9x12 and I've used circles and some stickers and some wood veneer, some sequins, the doily ephemera behind it. I just wrote some scripty writing, used some of the colour spray for that pink line. And a bit of ephemera, bit of a border. This one is a 8.5 by 11, so I've used the colour spray to make my mist, the thickers, bit of scrap paper to make the layers, and some ephemera. I did use one of my modelling stencils and some gold modelling paste to put that through. So there's another 12 by 12. Nice, pretty simple. Just put some layers of paper and ephemera, made it go up and then made it go down. So this one was my fun with this making the flowers with the colour spray. I've just dipped my paintbrush straight in there, and then I grabbed some resin flowers, some paper flowers from my kit, some wood veneer and some buttons, but these other pieces from the kit, then I used the watercolour spray. It's not watercolour spray, it's colour spray from Colour Blast to make the scripty writing. This one's a nice basic one, just use a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and then I backed all these photos from the same kind of event and used some leftover pieces of pattern paper and some thickers from my kit. Distress the edges, ink them up with some grey. I love this 12 by 12 paper, so I used it as a border and put some pieces of paper, some cards, some tulle and some labels from the cutter parts. Used a whole pile of thickers to make a huge big title. Nice and simple, there's not even any, there's just this one word sticker. Otherwise there's no ephemera on this page, but I love it. So this one's a bit crazy and hectic, but it's cool. Again, use that same stencil, I just got in it the same month. Use my heart punch, layered it up a lot. Some of these are stickers, some of these are cutter parts, a lot of it's paper and Project Life cards. Use two of the doilies from the kits, and just got a bit of a diagonal going across. Loving my hot chocolate lately, so I had to take a photo. Now this one was inspired by art journaling. I didn't know where I was going and whether I was even using the kit to start with, but I went with it. I did some modelling paste through a big flower stencil, and another flower over here and another one down here. Then I used the paint to go through the stencil as well, sort of dab in it, and you can see it a bit closer there. If I showed you, you could. And then I wasn't liking it very much. Oh, actually what I started with was just Colour Blast colour spray, just smooshing it across with 3 colours. So there's orange, there's pink, and there's the indigo. And then I wasn't liking it, so then I went over with a stencil, used my black pen. These lines are from a loyalty card, just dipped in Dilution paints. I added a border with a thick texture, added some doodly circles, some coloured in ones, some hollow ones. Put some layers behind, put some paint over it to make it blend in. Added some ephemera, some resin flowers from my stash. And this is a button that I put through to the other side. And these are just alphabets tiles, circle tiles that I put backwards so you can't see the alphabet, but I like the black. Wanted to do it. And so yeah, it's just, it goes on there with so many layers. I wish I'd videoed this one, but I'll hopefully do another one soon, because it was nice to use art journaling as an inspiration for a page. Now this is another simple one. I think this is why I got a lot of layouts from the kit, because I went some of them simple. This one is some fabric, some muslin, that, you know, really thin stuff that they use to wrap babies and like swaddling blankets, and I don't know what else they use it for. Anyway, I got some from my local Lincraft. And then this is a paper that was already ripped, and I loved it. It's sort of like the grass and the ocean, similar to the photo. And just a vellum border on the photo, up on foam. And then this is the bottom of a frame. And just some ephemera pieces, some stickers, some ephemera, this extra special is a cut apart. Nice and simple. This one was fun as well. This is modelling paste in the background that I mixed with the indigo Colour Blast spray. And put some layers on, a doily. Use this big ephemera piece, which was from one of the cut aparts. And then loved these resin flowers that I added to it. Obviously some ink splatters in the background and some words. These are some flowers that I've cut apart from the paper. And there is a video of this one. There's a video of a lot of these layouts actually. Excuse me. So this one's a 12 by 12 pattern paper as a background, and I've just used some acrylic paint actually to smush on and use my loyalty card to put it on, and put the photo on just with a white background. I didn't want it to clash too much because this lovely flower background. And just a little cluster here with one of these cut apart strips to start it. A little cluster up the top as well. And a lot of thickers. So some of these I adapted. This was a B. I've turned it into an E. These were a few letters to make a H, another one to make a H, and the T was made as well. So make sure you give it a try to change the letters so that you can make the letters you want. Another simple layout, but used a bit. This one's another whole page 12 by 12 pattern paper, and a lovely big strip that I originally wanted the back, which was black spots, or navy spots actually, and then I found this was on the other side and I loved it, so I changed it up, put just a blue paper background, some ephemera pieces, some cut apart, some words, some journaling, some resin stars, and the tag from the cut apart as well. So 1, 2, 3 pieces from the cut apart that they made with the design team. This one's from the cut apart at Wild at Heart. Doesn't take much to make a layout really. Now this one is in your face. So I've used another one of those 12 by 12 pattern flower paper, and I've used I put some gesso on first, some white gesso, and I wasn't really liking the way it toned it down, so I've added some pink over that. And yeah, it's probably not my favourite layout of the month, but I got it done, and I love parts of it, and it, you know, it comes together, and it's pretty hard to do it on this pattern paper, but I think it works enough that I like it to go in my album enough. So I've just put the title up the top of the thickers, carried these clusters over for some continuity, some consistency. Let me just say a word that I can actually say at this time in the morning. Cut apart some of these more flowers from, it was actually similar to this pattern paper that I've used. Some labels. Another little cluster down here, cluster behind the photos. So yeah, it probably would have looked nice on a white piece of paper as well, but I like how you can look at a few different things on the page and still not see everything until you look properly. Now this was fun. Even though I've got boys, I've made a lot of layouts this month with photos of my boys, even with this, you know, some might say very girly collection. Anyway, I've used some more of these frames, some of these, and some more of those cut apart flowers from the pattern paper. Obviously misted up the background with the Colour Blast spray. Not the orange, just the indigo and the pink. And this is a cut apart from the cut apart sheet. Some cut aparts again from the paper and from cut apart sheets and from the Kitaholic cut aparts. Photo up on some foam. It's not even backed with anything. That's just the border I printed it with. and it's just so beautiful. I love it, so sweet. This one was to use a whole pile of pattern paper, so you know, it's not the best photo, it's not telling a story really at all, but it'll go in my album with when we went to the Speedway, the raceway. That's where it's from. So once again, cut out some more flowers. Some of these are full flowers that I've tucked in, but as you can see there, some of them are cut off, and you can tuck them in and you can't even tell that they're half. This sticker here, what does it say? She has fire in her soul and grace in her heart. I didn't know where I could use that, so I tucked it in as a layer, and I love how the heart's sticking out. So just a whole pile of layers of well, not photos, of paper and vellum and some stickers, and used to cut aparts and some more paper and some more stickers, and that little chipboard piece as the title. Some ink splatters to make it not look so stark in the background, and a doily obviously, you can see that. But yeah, it's a good way to use things up, just layering a whole pile like that. So getting into my project life that I usually do once I feel I've had enough layouts done, and I'm feeling the itch for project life. So this is the first layout. So using a lot of the cut apart, some stickers, some wood veneer, some bling, and on it goes. I print my photos, not always 3x4, but sometimes they are 3x4 and I just cut them down to give them a bit of a border. Other times I leave it like that. So, and yes, I did spell museum wrong. I have to go back and fix it. So that's the back of that layout. So I used a lot of thickers and the wood veneer to make a title. Oh my god, it was a fun, cool day. No, just because it was something funny to do. Pretty simple, just a sticker. Some bling, word phrase sticker. So there's a little cut off of a label there. Oh, let me show you properly. Of a label. Stuck it in as a layer. Some vellum. Nothing on that photo because it's just simple by itself. And then another filler card. So I'm using those sequins and the butterflies. Those sequins went so well with the kit, I found it quite easy to use actually. So this one's got a filler shaker pocket. Came with this metal charm and I chucked it in there. So used the alphas and the frame. This one I pieced the paper together to make a full 4x6 piece of paper or project life card. Just some stickers, that one. Just a, what is that, a ticket and a resin piece, and I use this roller date stamp. So there's the what is it called, shaker pocket. Nice and simple again. Use those alphas again, and another filler pocket with another frame. Just continuing it on to make it look good and make it look all like it goes together. So I didn't think I'd be able to get anything done at this stage, anything more. However, I used the back of these papers to make more Project Life another layout, and I made another whole 12x12 layout as well. So as you can see, I've pieced these papers together, which were pieced on the back here. Just added a 4x6 photo. This was the washi tape to hold something closed in the kit. I just used it because I can, rather than throwing it out. Used the stamp, outlined it with my black texture. There's the shaker pocket again. Nice, and just some words from the Kaisercraft sticker book, wood veneer and some bling. Used the cut aparts. I can't remember what they said, but I thought I probably wouldn't use them. Used them as layering pieces instead. Just a label, some circle stickers from the book, and again with those alphas. So yeah, so that was the last Project Life, and then I didn't think I could get anything more, and I cheated a little, but used some white paper, used these frames that did come in the kit, and I covered them with thread. So different colour blue thread. Took me a while, and it's more effort than I've ever put in a layout, but I like the way it turns out. And I use these circle with a love heart stamps in them, and the My Boy roller date stamp. Use this thick wood veneer week, and everything else is from my stash. So there is a video for this one. I used my distressed dabbers and splattered them on to make these splats. Use some blue cardstock to border it up, and some wood veneer and some alphas from my kit. Oh, this is a sticker from the book, and I've just put on there behind the frame. Same with up here. And just some white cardstock to write in that frame from my stash. And yeah, just something fun. So when you think you can't use anything else more in your kit, maybe change it up and change it a little bit. Like the colour of the frames weren't going to work for me, I didn't feel, or they at least weren't going to work together. I could have put them in my stash, but I had this wonderful idea and I loved the way it turned out. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll do some close-ups, some individual photos of the layout so you can have another look if you like. See you next time.